and I can't believe this is being videotaped, and Robin just blew my whole cover. My husband didn't think he was in Vermont, thought it was in Canada, and started on Wednesday. So I bought myself a few more days there. So I feel a little bad about that. In reality, I actually have been in the garage below the hotel watching Frozen in my minivan for the past 3 hours, and every time I learn something new. It's just such an amazing movie. It's such an amazing movie. I can't get enough of it. I'm thrilled to be here tonight. Like Robin said, I have 3 kids, 2, 4, and 6. And I know, my 2-year-old just turned 2. I know, it's kind of embarrassing because I was saving that 3rd kid for my next marriage. So now I'm like, I have to figure out my whole match profile, all things have to be changed, it's a little different, it is kind of crazy. But happy Mother's Day to everybody here who's a mother and who has one, so congratulations to everybody. It's so nice that they set aside a day for us, right, just to congratulate us on being mothers. I want to go a different route. Next year, I want to have an anti-Mother's Day, okay? Like a day when you wake up and you're not a mother. Okay, like you don't have to get a macaroni necklace, you don't have to have ill-fated eggs and pancakes in bed, no offense. But I want to wake up like in a strange place, like I used to before I had kids. Maybe in a bikini top, maybe in basketball shorts. Before Uber, when you actually had to call someone to give you a ride home and suffer the embarrassment, when there was still shame in having a walk of shame. That would be my anti-Mother's Day that I would like to do for you. It is an exciting month for all of us. I just recently turned 40. And thank you, I know, people are like, oh, 40. I'm really excited about it. I feel like I'm celebrating all the things that haven't happened yet. Till 40, like for instance, I have not been incarcerated. Right, for longer than 3 days. In Massachusetts. So, I think that's a huge coup for my own self. I'm really excited, my little journal entry, give myself big props for that. But as part of my 40th birthday celebration, my husband sent me to Kripalu. Does anyone know Kripalu? It's a yoga retreat center. Yes, it's so annoyingly close to Canyon Ranch, which is where you really want to go when you're turning 40. Not Kripalu, because basically you spend $1 zillion to sleep in a bed that a monk died in. Okay, and you are sleeping where a monk died and doing yoga and eating kale and turmeric and things that I keep getting mispronouncing. So I kept getting corrected the whole week, but one thing I learned about it is that I've been wearing my expensive yoga pants backwards for 2 years. So for 2 years I've been wearing my most expensive pants that I own backwards. And I realized that yogis, they don't appreciate the pink yoga mat with the Hello Kitty sign on it. So I am not a diehard yogi, as was fated for the week. Everyone there had so much gas because of all the kale and everything that was happening there. And you're sleeping in these dead monk beds. You're sleeping like this, and everyone's farting. And one night, it's not even a joke, but it actually happened, but now it's funny. I farted so loudly that I woke up the woman next to me, in the room next to me. But she thought it was a person. And she said, hello? The kale incarnated my fart. My fart became a person that was breaking into this poor septuagenarian's room and gonna rob her from something. And that's and just personally, I don't know about you, but that's why I hate kale. I can't even have it. I can't even look at it. But it is amazing because when you turn 40, all these questions come up. Anything you want, blah, blah, blah. And my sister said, Erika, that's my sister. She said, Erika, if you could have guilt-free sex with anyone in the whole world for your 40th birthday, who would it be? I looked at her and I laughed and I said, I'm married. I don't want to have guilt-free sex. I want to get out of having sex guilt-free. Which she didn't get. She's not married. So we call her the smart one in the family. So I'm doing all these crazy side projects. The one I'm working on now that I think is going to be a huge success is called the secret vasectomy. And it's something that you can do to your partner who may be anti-vasectomy, but also may need dental work. So if you have a partner who will not get a said vasectomy, you send them into the dentist and you counterpart with them, and they have to put them out a little bit, a little Novocaine, a little this, a little that. The next thing you know, they have their cavities are all filled, and their nuts might hurt a bit. Which explain out of. You can explain your way out of that. So I'm thinking, this is going to be so wildly successful that I'm going to make it a mobile experience. Okay? Because who wouldn't send their husband to get a vasectomy in a van that could park in your driveway? It's so convenient. It's so convenient. Like, dental work wouldn't be convenient enough in a van, but if you could get a cavity filled and a vasectomy in your driveway, like, it's just taking it to a new height. It's taking it to a new height. It is exciting because I have a minivan with tinted windows. So if there's anyone who is skilled at dental work and or may have watched a vasectomy video online, I have a test case for you. They won't even know what hit them. I have a lot of oxy in my house. I'm not going to give you my address, but I do have it if anyone wants to experiment. But with 3 kids, you have to have the minivan. And so my husband was dead set on getting the minivan. So I realized after the fact that the minivan that we have, the Toyota Sienna minivan, is voted the best car to have sex in online. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even joking. As someone who does not have sex in cars, it was voted that. So, and I talked to my husband about it, and he said that he actually saw a couple having sex in the front seat of a minivan in front of the Cherry Tree in Newton. I don't know if anyone is familiar with that bar. And he was so disturbed by this. And I was like, are you disturbed because that definitely wasn't her husband? Are you that definitely wasn't his wife? Or that it was their kids stealing a minivan? Like, what part of it was so concerning? He said, why were they having sex in the front seat with all that cargo space? And I said, honey, have you ever seen the back seat of a minivan? If you come home with a juice box and Cheerios stuffed up your ass, and you smell like sour milk, I'm gonna know you're having an affair. And so it kind of blew it out of the water a little bit. As a mother, I'm a professional worrier. I don't know about you, but I do feel like if I worry about something enough, it won't happen. It's actually proven. Like, I have my worry journal. You can read it. It's proven. Things I worry about today. But I remember going into marriage, I was really worried that I was going to get married and have 4 kids, and my husband was going to die very young and leave me without kids and a mortgage I couldn't afford. And now, like, we're about 10 years into it, and I'm thinking, what if he doesn't die? Right? Like I'm a victim of my own success. I worried about it so much that unless I intervene on the behalf of nature, it's not going to happen. And that's just kind of one of those weird roller coasters of marriage that you go through. It has been a wild ride. I've seen my light, so I'm going to go back. But enjoy the rest of your show, and thank you so much for coming out. I'm Erika Rettman BCC.